So hello everyone, welcome back. So in this video we are going to cover about physical nature of matter and classification of matter collectively in this video. Okay. So in the last video we had a short discussion about what matter is, how it actually come to us, and we are moving further in this topic and we are going to discuss about what? We are going to discuss about physical nature of matter. Okay, so let us start. And yes, I have a experiment as well, a lot of experiment today. Okay, so the topic is physical nature of matter. Physical nature of matter. So this topic actually tells you that what are the basic constituent of all the matter. I told you in the previous video that all the matter around us are made up of particles. Okay, and all the particles have that one common thing and one common particle, that is called atom. So the physical nature of matter is all the matter is composed of are composed of particles. And what are the particles? Atoms. All those particles are molecules, right? So the physical nature of matter tells you that all the matter around you, whichever you are seeing, are made up of atoms or say particles, and these particles are constantly moving. Okay, so this is the main physical nature of the matter, and बाकी सब जो characteristics हैं, they are the characteristics of particles of matter and they are not the physical nature of matter. Yes, physical nature of matter is particle, and this particle itself has some properties or say it has some characteristics. Okay, so we are going to see the characteristics of matter one by one. Okay, and at last we'll be having the classification of matter. Okay, so let us start with the characteristics of particles. So the characteristics of particles of matter. So there are actually 3 or 4 characteristics of particle. First characteristic of particle is, so the first characteristic of particle is the particles of matter are constantly moving. That all the particles around us are constantly moving. Okay, the second is the particles of matter have space between them. Okay, third, the particles of matter attract each other. What they do? They attract each other. Okay, and the fourth is they have space and they are moving and they attract each other. And what is the fourth characteristic? I'm forgetting something. Yes, the particles of matter are constantly moving. They are moving. Okay, they have space between them. They attract each other, and yes, they attract each other. And yes, there are only 3 characteristics, right? Yes, the most fundamental one, or that is also included in physical nature of matter. Okay, so we can write it as particles are very small, right? So particles of matter are very very small. They are very small. Very small. They are raised to the power 10 raised to power minus 23. So the size of matter will be the last topic. In the last topic, what is the size of the matter? I'm just going to give you. Okay, that how 10 to the power 16 को क्या बोलते हैं, 10 to the power 20 को क्या बोलते हैं. That is very important to know because these are the basic unit जो directly use हो जाते हैं. Okay, so let us now move to, you know, we have covered characteristics of particles of matter. Okay, now you will ask that what is the proof? What is the proof that the particles of matter are constantly moving? What are the particles that have space between them? Attract each other? This can't be shown. This can't be shown. This can be, you know, you can use your mind and you can actually observe. You see this wall. This wall has been attached because number of particles attract each other. That is why. So that is why the matter attract each other. This can be simply been seen from your eyes. And the particles of matter are very small. So this can be demonstrated on a very simple experiment, which I am going to give you at last. So further we will do the classification of matter. Should I tell you right now? No, at last. Okay. At last we will discuss about these experiments. Okay. I have certain setups for it so that you can see it by your naked eyes. Okay. And yes, the particles of matter are constantly moving. I can't do that incense stick experiment because you can't just feel the smell of that agarbatti which we call incense stick. So the incense stick smell will not reach to you because I am recording with camera. Okay. So classification of matter. So this matter is classified into two categories. Okay. This is on the basis of physical properties. Physical property means mass, density, all these. Okay, physical property. Physical properties. Physical property पे हमने इसको हम लोगों ने different parts में बांटा है. तो सबसे पहला हम लोग देखते हैं एक जो हमारा होता है वो होता है solid. Very simple. These are very simple terms. Liquid और एक होता है हमारा गैस. ठीक है. और गैस से ही दो स्टेट ऑफ मैटर और बनते हैं जिसका नाम होता है प्लाज्मा. ठीक है, जिसको लास्ट में एकदम डिस्कस करेंगे. एंड अदर वाला होता है बीईसी, बोस आइंस्टाइन कंडेंसेट. ओके, बोस आइंस्टाइन कंडेंसेट. सो हियर अगर गैस को अगर हम हीट करते हैं, इफ वी हीट को डेल्टा से रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, सो इफ गैस इज हीटेड देन इट फॉर्म्स प्लाज्मा. And if gas is cooled, then it forms Bose-Einstein condensate. This is a very complex process. Both of this we will discuss in the last video of this chapter. Okay. So this is the matter on the basis of physical properties. Okay. So now on the basis of chemical properties. Now how matter is divided on the basis of chemical properties. Chemical properties means whether the matter is pure or whether the matter is not pure. On the basis of that. Okay. On the basis of just will remove chemical properties. Okay, you see everything very fastly. So chemical properties on the basis of chemical properties. Now what are the basic things which we have to know? First is pure substance. Another is impure substance. Impure or impure, anything you can say. Okay. This pure substance is further divided into, this you will read in chapter 2, but this is very important to know. Element and compounds. Okay. These elements are further divided into metals, non-metals, and metalloids. What is metal? What is non-metal? What is metalloid? It's very simple. And the compound, there are various number of compound: inorganic compound, organic compound, covalent compound, you know, and acidic compound, basic compounds, salt compounds. There are very various amount. Ionic compound. There are a lot of. So we just not need to know about compound. Okay, just know about impure substance. So impure substance is actually a mixture. It's a mixture. Impure अगर कोई चीज होगा तो जरूरी है कि वो मिक्सर ही होगा. हाँ, तो ये भी दो टाइप का होता है, homogeneous, okay, and heterogeneous. Okay, so these are the basic things on the basis of chemical properties. हमने इसको divide कर दिया. Okay, so now let us move to the experiments. Okay, okay, इसको ऐसे ही रहने देते हैं. अब थोड़ा एक्सपेरिमेंट देखते हैं. पहला एक्सपेरिमेंट था हमारा on the basis of chemical properties. हम लोगों को ये चीज डिफाइन करना था. So I have the setups here. I pause the video to bring out the setup. So I have just one color here, okay, and I have one bottle, and so I am just, for doing any experiment you should have to show that what equipments you have. So I have not equipments, what things you have. So I have one colored bottle and a simple fully filled bottle with water, and these are two glasses, okay, and I have sugar and I have one spoon. Okay, so the first experiment was about prove that particles of matter are very 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 small. Okay, second was moving, वो मूव कर रहा है, और तीसरा चीज ये प्रूव करना था कि that is third what moving and they have a space between them. तो सबसे पहले देखते हैं particles of matter are very 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 small. So I have this glass, I have this bottle. Remember it very carefully. So I'm just filling water in this glass. Okay, so I'm just filling water in this glass. 5 to 6 ml I have put this. Now I'm gently opening this, and I'm just putting few drops of it, just few drops of it. See it. You have seen that the color has been changed. I don't know whether you are seeing or not. Let me change the focus of the camera. Yes, now you can see. So see, the color has been changed here. So you can say that the particles are very very small. How they are very very small? Because I have added just few मैंने कुछ ही बूंद ऐड किया यहाँ पे. So in that one particular 10 ml there were millions of particles. So that suggests that there are particles in the matter and they are very 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 small. The next thing, prove that they are moving. Now अगर particles move नहीं कर रहे होते तो ये mix कैसे हो जाता? If I have added this, if I add, so I'm adding 10 ml of it, and I don't have any measuring scale. I'm just adding it on my own. So again I have added few liters. So see what happened here. I added something. So here if particles were not moving, तो इस पूरे glass में वो color कैसे spread हो जाएगा? So the main funda here is that the particles are very very small and they have kinetic energy and they are moving. So if they are not moving, अगर वो move नहीं कर रहा होता particle, तो ये पानी में पूरा ये color कैसे change होता? Okay, so this proves that the particles of matter are very very small and they are moving. Now the next is I'm just keeping next aside, okay, and the next, the particles of matter have space between them. So in this one I'll take water and will gently fill another glass I have with the same volume, with the same size, okay, and I'll take around this much water, you can see it. Now I have sugar, I have put this on page. Now I will gently, what I will do, I will just mix that sugar into it. See that I have mixed it, and you can see here at the bottom you can see that there are sugar granules हमें दिख रहे हैं. अभी मैं क्या करता हूँ देखो, I have this teaspoon, I have just mixed it with. Now are you able to see the sugar granules? Yes, now you are able to see. By mixing it for considerable time, कुछ समय तक अगर इसको मिक्स करेंगे आप, तो मिक्स करने के बाद क्या होता है वो देखते हैं अभी. सो वी हैव मिक्स्ड इट. अभी देखो, अभी हमें शुगर ग्रैनुअल दिख ही नहीं रहा है. दिख रहा है कहीं? कहीं भी दिख रहा है? नहीं दिख रहा है. अभी देखो, अभी धीरे धीरे सटल होना स्टार्ट हुआ है. तो ये क्या प्रूव करता है कि पार्टिकल्स जो है मैटर में, उनमें स्पेस है. स्पेस कैसे पता चला हमें? जैसे हमने शुगर ग्रैनुअल को अभी मिलाया, तो इस शुगर ग्रैनुअल्स का हमने देखो, अभी देखो शुगर ग्रैनुअल्स का देखो डेंसिटी कम हो गया है, बिकॉज they have been captured by the space between the particles. पार्टिकल्स के पास अगर स्पेस नहीं होता तो ये जो शुगर ग्रैनुअल्स हैं ये डिसॉल्व नहीं हुए रहते. So these were the two simple experiments. This was the practical approach of why we see that very small, and why they are moving, and why they have space between them. Okay, so I have wasted a bottle for it, and nothing I have wasted. I have just applied a color to it. Okay, in your book it is given potassium permanganate, so I don't think there is a need of potassium permanganate. Actually you can take any color. ठीक है, सब तो मैटर ही है ना, किसी भी कलर को ले लो, रेड ग्रीन ऑरेंज जो तुम्हें अच्छा लगे. और 2 ग्लास ले लो, जैसा अभी मैंने किया. 1 ग्लास लिया मैंने, तो 1 ग्लास में ही मैंने बहुत कम डाला, क्योंकि जान करके, क्योंकि अगर बुक में ऐसा दिया है ना, देन यू अप्लाई 10 ml to this, 10 ml to this, 10 ml to that. एक में से निकाल के मैंने इसमें लगाया. अब चलो इसमें से निकाल कर मैं थोड़ा सा दिखा देता हूँ. ठीक है, देखो अब इसमें से मैंने कुछ बूंद इसमें ऐड करूंगा. देखो ये मिक्स हो जाएगा पानी. देखो इसका कलर चेंज हो गया. तो हमने इसमें से कुछ बूंद इसमें डाला, इसमें से कुछ बूंद इसमें डाला. देखो लेकिन फिर भी कलर चेंज हो रहा है, मतलब कि पार्टिकल्स बहुत छोटे हैं, मूव कर रहा है, तभी पार्टिकल्स में कलर स्प्रेड हो रहा है. सो दैट वाज द सिंपल एक्सपेरिमेंट. Okay, so we have done with this video. In the next video we will be coming with the next topic. Till then, goodbye.